that is a serious issue of lack of due diligence from the management. And it's a gross violation of any employment processes. So I don't know why it becomes a personal issue. It's not a personal issue at all. In this Senate, we are very, very open-minded and very because this is not just somebody who was given a small responsibility. He's given a responsibility with the chair to run this city. Integrity is a big component of running the city. We're talking about fiduciary responsibility in that city. And by the way, if you read the Urban Areas and Cities Act properly, Governor, the fiduciary manager, the person who is statements for which then your executive auditor is not even the city manager. And that's why I invited you to go and read this act very properly. It is the chair of the board. In fact, that's the person who should be interrogating there. And then has got serious malpractice in terms of documents that were given, and then that's a small issue. I think Governor, you should take keen interest in the running of that city. Beyond what can come out of this committee, because I don't want to advance this more than that. Chair.
Is the chair here? Is the chair of the board here? It's not here.
Must be here next time.
Yeah, proceed.
Yeah, Chair. Let me also confirm that my chair has another degree also, so we just picked one. He has done one. He has the one theological degree. So we just opted to pick. So that one we can also provide, and I believe that the Council Assembly also during the vetting, they also did the same, and I can confirm that my chair is a graduate.
Yeah, but next time the chair of the board should be here because he's the main accounting officer for the city.
Guided.
Senator Amida,
No,
what
Chair.
are you laughing?
No, I was just saying you're making it worse. Just leave it up to that. I wanted to request the same what chair you had requested before, that they should be given more time so that they can look. Yes, they can provide, but then don't make it worse.
You know, it will continue being a query unless it is addressed. So my direction is that the manager, you know how degrees are verified. I think it's important for you to verify this degree with the relevant institution and share that information with the auditor. Otherwise, next year, 2024, 2025, it will still be a query.
Thank you.
It
Guided.
is gonna be a query. And then next time, make sure you verify all the documents you submit to the Senate.
Well guided.
Yeah. Because, you know, you can be held accountable for falsifying documents. That year, 2002, I was also a student at Management University, but the degrees were offered by JKUAT. Yeah. I did a master's program there. Eh? No, they were working with the JKUAT. So again,
Chair, as you guide on this,
yeah,
I don't like to belabor on some issues, but there are some issues that are very serious. And you know, the good thing is that Governor has been a speaker. So in the way these things are approved, she has been there. She has been a senator here. When you delivered these documents to us as a Senate, they become on our files and on record. That's why you go unanswered. That's why the governor takes an oath when you come to this delivering of these documents. When you say something, and the senators don't think that I'm trying to belabor this issue. There are just some serious things that we need to put in order as a committee. The moment you have given us evidence that you have given us here under oath, it's on our record. The moment you say that the person in question has got another degree in an audit query, then basically you are saying, I want to expand that out of the record and bring another degree, because we don't have that other degree here. And it's just not a light matter of just saying, here's another degree, that one, even if it is fake, it's fine. Why are you guys belaboring on this? That's not how it works here. Because the auditors have this on file with us as a parliament, that these are fake documentation. So are you saying, telling us, Governor, that you want to take out this evidence that you've given to us, that this chairperson has a fake certificate, and then replace that certification? Is that what must go on file? Because we have to be very clear, there are some very thin areas that we cannot pass. So are we saying, because you're going to write a report, are we saying that this is a fake document that you provided to this committee, it should be expunged, and then you're giving us a new certificate, for which must be in our record? Chair, I wanted your guidance on that.
Yeah,
and your ruling on that.
And that's why I've directed that the burden to prove the document is actually the manager, your team. You give us the evidence that this document is authentic by verifying with the appropriate government agency that deals with matters of certificates, and then pass that verification report to the auditor. Then the auditor can come back to us. I think all this process must be done within a month, 30 days. Now, in the event there is no verification, then we will conclude the document was fake. But let me of the document before this process is concluded. So the burden is on the city to provide us the evidence that what they have given us is valid. And if that is not given, then we will go by the assertions of the members here. It's not valid. And that is what will go in our report. So, Manager, kazi kwako. So, honorable members, I think the issue of independency, we have discussed it for long, and we have said that I think the Council of Governors working with us, we need really to see what we need to do in the Urban Areas and Cities Act so that we have a balance, because it looks like most counties are unwilling to make these cities and municipalities independent because you know the reason. So we need a balance, we need an engagement, and I think the Vice Chair and myself, we have already held a tentative meeting with a consortium of managers of municipality, which we are going to have a retreat together with the COG to discuss this matter so that we can have a balance, because I understand when county governments are unwilling to make municipalities or cities completely independent of them, because it means they carry all their own source revenue with them, and the governor will be there just as a figurehead. So we need a balance on that we have discussed. But even as we do that, the law is still there. If you don't comply, the auditor will always raise that issue in his reports. Senator Chimera, what is amusing you?
We were consulting in very low tones with my colleague that Chair is seeing ahead of times.
Is it? Chair is
seeing ahead of times because you want to become governor and you are afraid.
No,
that's why you are passionately pushing for these amendments. But that said and done, it is a fair amendment, Chair.
Yeah, not really. I think we have been here. We have interrogated almost every county on the matter of municipalities, and you see the difficulties. Because one, the donors want to give money to the municipality, but the condition is that the municipality must be independent, gazetted, must have a board, and all those transfer of services. So what they do is that they comply with that. But now the key things, independence is never done. It's just done for the purpose of getting the funds from donors, and then everything stops there. So we want to help them so that we have a balance between having functional municipalities and cities which are independent, and having governors to have some element of control. So we will be proceeding with that. So honorable members, I think let's look at Naivasha municipality quickly.
Chair, may I propose? Chair.
Yes, proceed.
Looking at this, Chair, I see that they're just the same issues around independence, and we have just said the same things which we are going to say. So, Chair, I wanted to propose that perhaps we take comments that you have made on this and then do a written submission to the effect of the municipality, and then we spend more time on the water.
Okay.
Just my suggestion to the committee, because I see the same comments and I see the same adamants of Chair wanting to have this, meeting between them and the COG to make sure that this independence is stopped in anticipation of 2027. That's a letter note though, Chair. But I think it's the same. We are going to converse the same issues. They can take the same comments, but we write a proper response. A proper recommendation on the written recommendation to the governor and to the all municipalities. Then we just focus on water. I think there are more substantive issues on water.
Okay, I agree with you that most of the matters touch on independence, and the independence has been raised as a query actually. Non-compliance with the law on independence of the municipality. But in the pre-meeting, we agreed that we will have a comment on query number 1, inaccuracies in the financial statements. And I don't want us to read through the query. You have the query with you. We just need to know who was the accountant who processed these financial statements. No, I'm asking the auditor. You can verify that from their financial statements.
Thank you, Chair. The head of finance is CPA Karanja Peter Kariuki, ISPAC member number 33117. Thank you, Chair.
Can someone check? This was CPA Karanja Peter Kariuki. You are there. ISPAC number 33117. Membership status, you are active.
Yes.
And status, not in good standing.
Yes.
Why are you not in good standing?
Thank you, Chair, Your Excellency. The summon of this sitting coincided with my training, which has been approved by the board, so that I can get the remainder of the CPDs. Actually, as I'm living here, I'm also leaving to Mombasa for an ISPAC training for the entire of the week.
But you don't need to have ISPAC training to do some of the inaccuracies I'm saying here.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, very basic inaccuracies.
Yes.
So how are you intending to resolve these inaccuracies?
Thank you, Chair, Your Excellency. Some of the inaccuracies were brought about by the prior year comparative figures, which we are rectifying, and also we have sat with the auditor and we've given out what we have done so far to rectify some of those inaccuracies, and which we are going to restate in the subsequent financial year 2024-2025.
You see, have you read, are you conversant with the Accountant Act, Section 30?
Yes, Chair.
What does it say? It says that any misstatements and errors of this nature may constitute professional misconduct.
I concur, Chair.
Yeah, so it's not a laughing matter. So this committee has decided that moving forward, we will be reporting such cases to your professional body, and you know what it means.
Yes. Yes.
So next meeting of this nature, we don't want to see this. Make sure there are no misstatements, there are no inaccuracies, there are no errors in your financial statements.
Well guided, Chair.
Yeah. Any other comments, members? Okay. So the other issues on independence applies, but maybe we can find out